Hey everybody. Oh good. Looks like I got on there live. I'm gonna wait just a minute, maybe adjust my camera a tiny bit just so I can see your guys' comments. I feel like it's been forever since we hung out. Hey Tammy. Oh good. I never feel like it's working until somebody pops on here. And then I'm like, oh yep, everything's working. Okay. So the way that my phone is set up to do these lives, when the light is on, hey Chris, it glares off my phone and it's hard for me to catch comments. So, but I think the lights on are better. Okay, so I'm excited. We're gonna make something. It's been a little while since I jumped on here and like made something that I have no idea like what I'm doing, which that's okay. Like I don't have a plan, you guys. So what I want to do is I want to use this paper. Let me give you a little sneak peek of something that's coming up later this week. This will be up on Friday, and I made this over the weekend. And I have all of this stuff out. This is the Twinkle product stuff. It is the, we're going to be using the stamp set and the punch, so it has a punch that coordinates. And then we are also going to be using the paper. So this is going to be a really fast sneak peek, you guys. So this is going to be a simply layered page. I'm going to have it up on Friday. So I had this product out because I was designing that. And I made it. It was so much fun to make. And I had this stuff out and I thought, well, I want to make a card. And then I was going to try to do a card using the color combo for our team on our team Facebook page. Each week we have a card sketch and a color combo. So I was going to try to use that. But then, I don't know. I'm in love with this paper. I have a lot of it. I bought quite a bit of it last month during the sale. The designer paper sale. It was one that I picked up, like 3 of them. And so I really love this paper. And this piece right here is in my August card class to go. This is one of the pieces I use. But it has great colors and it's these stars. I was looking for my favorite piece, which is this piece right here. And this piece right here. So I want to know, you guys, do you hoard your paper? Are you a paper hoarder? I am. I love designer paper. And so I tend to get a lot of it and hang on to it. So this is the paper we're going to use. And then the other thing we're going to use, other than the product itself, are these dies. And this is from the Color Your Season promotion that's happening right now, these stitched dies. And you guys, I love these. Currently, I have a You Can Make It kit out with these dies. And so if you get the dies and the stamp set together and you purchase that from me, I have a card kit that goes along with it. And I don't have the cards with me. Actually, Chris, who is on here, she has my samples right now. So I don't have them to show you, but I'll put a link in this video so you can click on that when you're done watching and you'll see my card kits that go along with this product. So I love these dies. They're stitched on the inside and the outside, so you can use them as a frame or you can just use them as just the actual die cut. So I want to make a card and we're going to use this sentiment, the Twinkle Twinkle, and then we're going to use this piece right here. I'm going to show you some fun stuff to do with this. And it's this piece right here, but I just don't have my sticker on. So these are the stamps and it is a red rubber stamp. This one I love. I think it's really pretty. And you could do a lot with this. I think it would be really pretty as a background. Like you could make your own background paper. And maybe we'll do that on here. But I love the sentiments on it. And it was written in the stars. Could be a sentiment you use for a lot of different things. It doesn't just have to be a baby set, which is where this is. So let me show you where this is in the catalog. Okay, so here's the catalog. And let me show you where this product is. And I will be putting this on YouTube today and then getting a blog post written and photos taken for this card. I just wanted to do it here with you guys first. So originally I had thought, hey Kathy, I had thought maybe that I would case one of these cards. So lots of times if I know there's a little bit of a glare with the catalog. If I am struggling to find, like, I want to create something, but you know how sometimes you just lose that mojo and you're like, I just can't, like, I can't figure out what to create, or it's not working, or you try to make something and it doesn't like come out the way you want it to, like you saw something in your head and then it's not working, and then that can be really frustrating. What I do a lot of the times when that happens to me is I'll just look through the catalog and I'll make one of these cards that are in the catalog. Like this would be super easy to make. This one would be a little bit harder. It's like a shaker card, but there's, you know, several of these are really simple to make. So that's what I'll do. So originally that's what I was going to do. But then when I sat down, I kind of like had an idea. So this is in the baby section of the catalog, like kids and babies. And what I wanted to point out is a lot of times I skip over these products because I don't have friends that are having babies. Like we're kind of, our group of friends is kind of out of that stage, just like I don't have a lot of weddings that I'm going to, so I don't tend to make a lot of wedding cards, baby shower cards, baby cards in general, little kid cards. But when I looked through this, when I first got this catalog, first of all, I like anything that has a punch. So this it coordinates with a punch. And it doesn't necessarily have any images. Like you can see, it doesn't necessarily have any images that are gonna coordinate. This little star does. But it works well together, which is what I love. So, and then anytime that you're seeing a stamp and a punch together, a lot of times you're gonna be able to save 10% if you purchase the bundle, which I really love that. When you can purchase a bundle. So as I looked at this, I thought, well, there's lots of things that you can do with this set that maybe are not necessarily baby related. This is a great sentiment. It is written in the stars. I thought it would be really great, even for my team. When I send cards out to my team, I thought that would be a really great sentiment to send out. A star is born. I love that because that's not necessarily talking. It doesn't have to be talking about baby. So I wanted to get this set for that reason. And I love the colors in this designer paper. And I think they're great for 12 by 12 layouts, which is originally why I got it. So let's go ahead and make a card. And let me show you all the pieces that I'm going to start with. So this is Night of Navy, and I'm using glitter, so it's getting everywhere. But I also want to show you maybe something else that you could do with this stamp set. So this is Night of Navy cardstock. So it's a blue cardstock. And does it look great with my nail color? I thought it would be really fun to get color on my nails. And I love this really bright purple. And I've been kind of having fun with it. I'm thinking maybe I will get color on my nails more. And I was thinking this color would be really great with yellow. And it's kind of like our Highland Heather. Look, this has nothing to do with the card I'm making, but you guys know I miss you. And so look at that. It's almost exactly Highland Heather. Isn't that fun? I think I'll just start taking my stamp pads to my nail appointment and be like, do you have a color that's like this? Like maybe next time I can get like this one. How about this color? I'm cracking myself up today. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, back to the task at hand here. Okay, so one of the things you could do with this is with this stamp right here. You guys are like, you're crazy. Can you just make the card? Okay, so then if we get our Night of Navy ink pad out, I feel like this isn't Night of Navy, like the cardstock. I feel like, Chris, you're killing me with your nail color. I know, I'm just having a lot of fun with it. I feel like next to the ink pad, it's not Night of Navy, but it really is. I keep getting confused, which is not hard to do with me, is get me confused. Okay, so one of the things that I thought would be really fun with this shape, you could cut it out. Like we could stamp it and cut it out, but then we can also make this like a background. I mean, this isn't going to matter because I'm not going to be using this. I'm going to be doing something different. But I wanted to show you guys how cool this would look. One of the great things to do when you are making a background is to go off the edge of your cardstock. That's going to make it look more, oh, look what I just did. I'm going to have to get a paper towel. I just put my hand right in that. It's like talking and chewing gum. I cannot do it. Is to make it go off the edge. And it gives this really fun look. And then, and not to overthink it. Like, see, I already feel like I shouldn't have made so many upside down. But actually, look how cool that looks. And how cute is that stamp set? Like, how cute would this be to do like a I love you card? Like, not necessarily a baby card, but something like, you know, like maybe for your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or, you know, let's get a thing and wipe off our desk now because I didn't have a piece of scratch paper down there. This is what happens when you think about these things at the last minute. Okay, and this will work to get this ink off my fingers because I really don't want to smudge on this card, and I'm going to be using Whisper White. Okay. Look at that. That's so crazy. Okay, so let's wipe all of this up. I do that, and then I get it on my card. Okay. So that image is fun, and I really love it. This is probably a stamp set that I'll keep maybe forever because I like the that heart. Okay, so you could totally do that, and we're going to use this piece even though we're going to cover all of this up. So the next piece I'm going to use is this, and you could do any of the designs for this piece here. You could do these blue stars here. Let me show you a couple of the other designs. You could do this one, which is my favorite. Let's see if you guys can see that. Kind of has that star, kind of like the same way the heart does. And you could cut these out of this designer paper too. So that's something else that you can do with this, is you can get this designer paper and then you can cut these stars out, or even the moon, because then here's the moon image. And I don't know, let's see if it, I don't think it coordinates with this. Like, does it cut, is it the same size? I'm gonna cut this circle up because I don't need it anymore. Oh, you know what? I think that this moon coordinates with the punch. Oh, maybe not. I think it's a little bigger. Yeah, I think it's a little bigger. But, I mean, you totally could. You just got to try things. So any of these designs would work great for this. So this is going to be a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card front. So all you're going to do is take that 8 1/2 by 11 piece of cardstock, and you are going to cut it in half and then cut it in half again. And that's going to give you 4 card fronts. Because what we're going to do is attach the card front to a Whisper White. And I got to open up a new pack of Whisper White here. And then we're going to attach this. So all you do is, for a card base, you cut at either 4 1/4. If you cut this at 4 1/4, you're going to get the, like a, what is this called? Like a hot dog style card. If you turn this and you cut it at 5 1/2, you're going to get a hamburger style card. So it's going to fold the other way. So I personally like cards that go this direction. And the reason, I'll tell you guys a secret, the reason I like cards cut in this direction is because it's easier for me to take photos of them for my website. So you have this. So now if you wanted card fronts, you would then cut this in half, which would be 5 1/2. So you would cut at 4 1/4, and then you would cut at 5 1/2, and that's what gives you your card fronts. So now we have a card base, and we just fold this in half. And again, I like this. Well, you know what? I just did it wrong because we're doing it a different way. Okay, so usually I would cut it like this, and then my card would open up like this, okay? But what I just realized is I'm doing something different today. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. And I do actually need to cut this at 5 1/2 because I'm doing the opposite style card, which I rarely do. So, but that's okay because we can look at both examples. I get this question a lot about the card bases and how to cut them. So if you cut your cardstock at 5 1/2, you get a card that looks like this. So today we're going to do a card that opens up like this, but you could totally open it up like this. So when I'm doing a card like this and I want it to be this way, I always cut my card base at 4 1/4 so it opens up this way. So when I'm taking a photo, my card will stand easier. So that's a little behind the scenes information for you guys. So we're going to be using this style card, which I rarely do. And we're going to set that aside because we're going to work with our pieces. So this is going to cover the whole front of the card. So again, this card front is going to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'll need to trim off a tiny bit of white. See that tiny sliver of white? So once I put this on my card front, I'll just trim this off. Sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so we're gonna use this that I just did. So you could use that for something different if you wanted. That's just a technique I was showing you. So then this piece of designer paper is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And what I want to do is layer that. Just a really simple layer. I tend to do that with my layers. I just take a 1/4 inch off. It makes it really easy. And then I use my grid mat to kind of line it up. And we're going to center this the best we can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's not Hallmark. It's handmade. Okay. So then I have a couple pieces that look like this. So now I want this to stretch all the way across the card. So this designer piece, it's this way on this side, and then it's this way on this side. It is 1 inch, and then I want it by 5 1/2. And then this is 1 1/4 inches, and then I want it at 5 1/2 because we're gonna layer these together. So what I want is for the silver to show. I just feel like stars have to be cut in glitter, like something, it has to be glittery. So what I like to do when I'm using glimmer paper is I like to use my Tombow glue because I feel like it's hard to get the snail to really stick to that glitter. So I just use a little bit of my Tombow. And then also, when you use that Tombow glue, you kind of have a little bit of a grace period. Once you put this down, it's gonna move around a little bit. I gotta pick this up to do this, guys. So I'm just gonna put this where I want. It's gonna slide around a little bit. I'm gonna get that in position of where I want it. And then what I'm gonna do is set it aside, and I'm actually going to set my punch right on top of that. Just, I want something heavy. It's just right here. You guys see, I just have that. And then I just want this. In fact, I'm going to grab another punch and just let that dry a little bit. And then we'll work on the stamping part of our sentiment. Okay. So now I have these two pieces. See that stitching? So Tammy says, I usually do 3/4 or 1 inch smaller so I can see more of the design. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Like of your layered piece. So like maybe 3/4 of 1 inch, which you could do that. We did that design on there. I just tend to keep it very simple with my layers because I'm not good at all the measuring. You know, I just want it to be quick and easy. I want it to be simple. I don't want to have to think about it. So here's this one. This is a Night of Navy, and I just took my dies and I cut them out, and then I cut another piece, and this is Whisper White. So now what I want to do is a couple things. So I know that my strip is going to go down the middle, and then I want to think about where my sentiment is going to go, which what I'm thinking is I'll just do it right in the middle. Like, I think that's going to be the easiest thing to do, is right in the middle, and they'll be layered up. My sentiment will be here. And then, of course, what we're going to do is take that punch, and we're going to punch out some silver stars, okay? So the other thing I want to add to this, remember I have that little tiny stamp piece? Where did it go? I got to find it. So Twinkle Twinkle is going to be our sentiment. But I totally lost my stamp set, you guys. My stars. Which is not surprising considering the state of my desk right now. Is this it? No, this is something else. Well, maybe we'll be doing this. I guess I can't if I lost the stamp. I was going to use this one, this piece right here. Oh my word. Did it fall off my desk? You guys should see this mess. Okay, so maybe we won't use that. Maybe I can use something else to demonstrate what I was going to do. Here's the dies. Here's the layout. I'll find it after we're done with the video. That's what will happen. Okay, so I guess plan B. I was totally going to use this, but I'll just use this. I love these dies. I think that they are very amazing. I've used them on so many different things already. I can't stop using them. It's going to be one of those dies that I continually reach for well after they're gone. So I'm going to use a silver ink pad. And this is, Stampin' Up! Carried this a couple years ago at Christmas time. And this, when you use these, I have a silver one and I have a gold. When you use these, they tend to stay wet for a little bit. So you got to be careful. We may end up with silver all over the place. So let me just grab a block here. And then this image is this one right here. So what I wanted to do was add a couple little pops of silver onto this paper. And I mean, it's okay. Just the plain stars probably would have looked better, but, and this, what's cool about this one is you can connect these to make it a fun design. So I'm just, and it doesn't show up perfectly on this designer paper, but it's going to give it a little pop of silver, which is all I really wanted to do. Okay, Diana, it's okay. So let's do our sentiment on these dies. And we're going to do this here. So I think I could do Night of Navy, which I already have out. But do you guys think I should do a different color? Like, what about, well, soft seafoam? I don't think that's going to show up great. I was going to say this color here to kind of coordinate with these stars, but I don't think that's going to show up great. So let's just go ahead and do Night of Navy. We already have it out. We'll make it simple on ourselves. Okay. I promise I'll clean that heart. I won't put it back like that. I promise. Okay. So let's do Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And this is going to go right in the middle. Straight down and then straight up should give you a really good impression. Okay, and then let's close that so I don't stick my whole hand in it again. And then for this, we're gonna go ahead and do this piece flat. So just some snail. I'm having a thought. I need like scratch paper, which I don't have. Okay. So, but I already put adhesive on that. Okay. Look, I'm just winging it, you guys. I'm totally just winging it. Okay. So we'll put this here. I feel like it's a little crooked, but that's okay. Then let's grab our silver ink again. And this image, which I really wish I hadn't lost that other stamp because it would have been perfect. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is put foam on here. So I'm gonna be really careful because that silver ink will totally smear. So we gotta be really careful. So I'm gonna use this foam tape. Then I'm gonna peel, well, yeah, I'll peel it off. We're not gonna stick it down yet, but I'm gonna peel it off and pick this up. And this, it did totally smear. I'm telling you guys, that silver ink is totally, it smears. Okay, so now let's bring this piece back over and our card base. And we're gonna just use snail on this. And this is gonna go right in the middle. And I really like to use the lines on my, like I need a line to line it up. See? Okay, and is that lined up? Well, it's good enough for me. Okay, so then what we'll do is bring our sentiment piece and we'll stick it right in the middle. Okay, so now we're going to take, oh my gosh, look what I did. This is why you should always clean your stamps. That's what Chris is saying right now. You should have already cleaned it and it wouldn't be making a mess. Who has time to clean the stamps? That's what I want to know. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to use the punch. And the thing that is like my love-hate relationship with punches is like, I don't really want the moon. I mean, I guess we could have the moon, but I wasn't really planning on it. But I do want these stars. So we're gonna punch a few of these stars. I still have my star border punch because I love the tiny stars that you can get from it. So that'll probably be enough stars, but let's punch the moon just to see because it doesn't hurt to just see. Do I have enough silver here to do the moon? I think I do. Okay. So would it work to put the moon on here or is it too much? I think it might be too much and then it just doesn't work. But it will work to do these stars. So I'm just gonna use some glue dots to do these stars. Chris says clean them right away. She's always telling me. And I'm never listening about cleaning the stamps. who can be bothered to clean stamps, you guys? There's too much stamping to be done. Okay, so I'm going to use like 2 of the big ones, and I'm just putting these on glue dots. So you might be thinking those glue dots are bigger than those stars, and I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so all you do is you take your X-Acto knife and you just push the glue dot up under whatever image it is. And then that also gives that image a little bit of like raise, like it gives it some dimension. And we have a really amazing new tool coming out in the holiday catalog that you're totally going to want to have. It's really inexpensive. It's only $10 and it does some really amazing things. It's going to be a must-have. Okay. So these stars are fine because they're big. And so you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to sprinkle them down one side of my card. So I'll put another larger one down here. And then these we will kind of make to like they're falling across the card. And we'll put one here. We'll put one here. And I need like 2 more maybe. And here's another size. So there's like 3 different sizes in this punch, which will be perfect. Okay, so we'll put one here. How about we move this one? Nope, we're not gonna move that one. Okay, I have one more anyways. We'll put this one here. And then we'll do one more little one. You guys know I can't stop when I start adding stuff like this. I get carried away. Okay. There we go. Okay. So then this one will go here. So now we just need to add this to the card base. Remember, we're just working on the card front. Hey, Patty. Before getting the Stampin' scrub, I kept a damp towel on a tray and, oh, that's a good idea, on a tray and placed my used stamps on it until I was done. Most of the ink comes off by the time I'm ready to clean them. That is a great idea. The new chamois cleans the stamps in seconds. Annie said that. I don't like the chamois, you guys. I know lots of people do, and I think it's an amazing product, but it's one of those things that, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Like I cannot stand the feeling of the chamois, so I don't use it. I know Lawn Fawn had one long before Stampin' Up did. Hey, Shannon. And I never got on board with it. Like I never got Lawn Fawn's chamois because it gives me the heebie-jeebies, guys. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the card front and then I'm just going to trim off this white. It's just this little sliver of white. Just like that. And I feel like I need one more star over here. Do you guys think I do? Should I just leave it or should I put this star? Don't you think that would like... I use a Stampin' scrub. I just happen to have that wipe because I wiped my desk off and I wiped so I just cleaned it really quick so I wouldn't do that. But I use the scrub. So it looks like this. And in these corners, there's like a sunshine and a raindrop. And so one side is to be wet and one side is to be dry. I don't really care which side it is. Like I never, make sure it's like the wet side or the dry side. And then you just take your stamp and then you dry it. So that's what I do. And then you can just rinse this off after a while. You just rinse it and then it dries. So I just keep this open on my desk when I'm stamping. If I'm doing a lot, I'll just keep that open. Or what I really do, the truth is I just put them back all inked up and dirty. And then I get in trouble later when I go to use it and it has like cherry cobbler on it. Chris said to add the other star, so I think I'm going to. Now I feel like I need one right there. See, I just could keep going. Oh my gosh, Annie, you don't like hummus because of the texture? Okay, so this is a funny story. I don't like cottage cheese. I've never tried cottage cheese. I never will try it. The texture of it, like, I'm gonna gag. Right now, talking about it, I'm gonna gag. Like, I can't even understand how somebody could eat cottage cheese. Like, see, it's happening. I'm gonna start gagging. So that is so funny that you said that about hummus, because I like hummus, but I could totally see what you mean about the texture of good job telling the truth. Okay, so I could totally see the texture of hummus being a problem. So Chris said, good job telling the truth about cleaning your stamps. Yeah. In fact, this is the most I've ever cleaned my stamps since meeting Chris, because she's always like, clean your stamps. So really what I would do under normal circumstances is I would just put all of this back dirty. Like, see this? Like, let's just be honest. This is what I would do. When I'm doing a video, this is what happens. And then I'm like, oh, I'm done. I'll put it back on the shelf. But I'll take these out and clean them for real, I promise. So, but I use the Stampin' scrub is what I use. And then I use the Stampin' cleaner. And a tip that I have for this is when you buy the refill, there's a big 9-ounce refill. I only fill with the solution up to about here, and then I fill the rest with water. Oh my gosh, mushrooms. I could totally see that too, Tammy. I love mushrooms. But cooked mushrooms bother me. They're too spongy, but I still eat them. Pears? No way, Kathy. Seriously? Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Pears, I love pears. So does my daughter. Diane says, no, I'm with Chris. Cleaning stamps is a must. I know, right, you guys? Hey, Debbie. So this is now the card. I think it came out cute, you guys. I like the stars on it. And I like these dies kind of raised a little bit. So there's our card. And I promise I'll clean these stamps. So that is what goes with this set here. And the new glimmer paper in the catalog does not make such a mess, I hear. I hear that I haven't gotten any of the new because I'm a hoarder. So I buy 1,000 of one thing because I'm terrified I'm going to run out of it. So I haven't had need to buy any of the new glitter paper that is in the catalog. But I hear that it is less messy. People have been raving about it. And I just don't think there's any way to fit in the moon. I just don't think. This shape could be used for so many things, you guys. It reminds me like of a smile, like an emoji, like, you know, like the emoji smile. You guys have to know I'm obsessed with emoji faces. So I love the way that came out. So of course, let's do a giveaway because I have not done a giveaway in forever, I feel like, and I'm finally getting back to back to a schedule. Look, there's one more star. Let's put one more star on here. Let's put it right here. I'm finally getting back to normal. Like, the schedule is starting to come back, and my kids are headed back to school next week. We are like on T-8 days for the countdown for the kids going back to school. So I'll be back to doing my lives on Friday. I'm thinking maybe I will add a live on Mondays as well. So we'll have a live on Facebook on Mondays and Fridays. Hey, Bobby. Oh, put the moon on the inside. What if we put it on an envelope? Oh my God, let's do an envelope, you guys. Let me grab an envelope. Okay, I gotta open up a whole new pack of envelopes. Now we're talking. Okay, so here's envelopes. So anyways, I was thinking about maybe doing that, adding a live on Mondays and doing one on Monday and Fridays. Okay, so let's decorate the envelope. Okay. So let's do the flap. I've really been into the flap lately. So let's do it in this. I have a little piece right here that will probably be perfect. So this is the way I do it. I just put the flap there and then I just fold it. Like I get a fold. That'll be good. And then we cut it. I just wing it. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? So that looks like it's about 2.5 inches. I'm gonna do like 2 3/4. I feel like it's always better to have too much than not enough. And then what we'll do is add some adhesive. That one adhesive is out. I need to refill it. I'll do that on camera for you guys too. So now I have adhesive on there, and then we'll just stick this. Let's do it right on the edge. Okay, so then all you do is just trim out. See, look, I don't know if that was on my mat or if it was from not a clean stamp. I don't know what the deal is. That's what happens. So then just trim this out. I always forget about decorating the envelope. Okay. So now we have that. So then let's put, okay, we got to get Night and Navy out again. Where is it at? I really wish I had not lost the little tiny stars. I don't know what happened. Okay. I wonder if it would look good like with this in the middle. Do you think that would look good? Oh, maybe if I was on camera, it would help. Hey, Roberta, I don't know. What do you guys think? I was thinking of either doing this small one again and doing like a little cluster over here with the moon, or do you think the heart with the moon? What if we do both? What if we do the heart? See, that's why you should clean your stamps. Okay. Okay, so that's on the back. Oh, we'll do it blue too. We'll do the other side blue as well. Okay, so then we have this little tiny one. And then we will put this moon. Okay, I keep grabbing this one. So all you do to change these is they're super simple. You just push right here on the edge and it comes right off. And then you just grab a refill. See, I have a refill right here. You take this little cardboard piece out and then you snap it together. And then there's this little piece right here that is to protect your adhesive when you're not using it. And I break it off. I don't like it. It annoys me. So I throw that piece away, but that's what that piece is. And then you just have to get it going a little bit. There we go. I would put a lot of adhesive on this because when it goes to the mail, there's a chance it might get snagged and come off. So I would put a lot of adhesive on the back of that just to make sure it stayed. And then I feel like what I want to do, oh, well, that's where the stamp would go. Well, I mean, I would just do maybe like a wider area. So then the stamp would layer in this area. Oh, yay, Roberta, you just got this bundle? Yeah, so there's this, and not that, and this, and then here's the envelope, and then here's the card. So how cute is that? Super simple. You don't need very many products to do something like that. This die set is really amazing. I have used it so much. So let's do a giveaway. I was going to do that, and then I got distracted by the envelope. So let's do a giveaway of the color pencils. So there's a new set. There's like 10 of them. This is all of our colored pencils all together, but we have a new set of 10 that came out this month. So let's do a giveaway for that. So all you have to do is leave a comment below, leave a comment and say hi. If you share it, you'll be entered to win twice. And then I'm going to upload this to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube today through like Thursday, you can enter too. Just leave a comment in the YouTube description. So, and I'll give away a set of watercolor pencils that came out this month because I love them. So that is the card for today. I'm going to take some photos. I'm going to put this video on YouTube, and then I'm going to write a blog post so there'll be photos, and I'll do the giveaway on my website too. Like, we'll have it. Hey, Brenda. So yeah, I love the way that came out. So the kids head back to school next week. So next Friday, I will be live at 11. We'll be back to our normal schedule for our lives. And I have some plans for fun stuff coming up. I have my holiday catalog paper share that is going to start happening. So I've already had several people email me. I already have 2 shares that are full. And you guys know I only do four groups per mini catalog. So I've already had so many people emailing me asking me if I was going to do it. And yep, I'm doing it. It's $30 for all of the paper in the holiday catalog, and you guys will love it. There's lots of papers that have foil on them and are just specialty papers that are gorgeous. I will have them to show. I will show the Halloween paper. Let me show that. So I got this stuff yesterday. I put in a really small pre-order right away just to get some stuff that I needed to use to design some class stuff. So I got this stamp set, and then it has a coordinating die, and it's really awesome. This die, you have the big leaf, and then you have, okay, Chris, I thought you might, so I'll go ahead and I'll put your name down. And then this part pops off, so then you have the intricate part, and then you have some borders here, which are really great. And so this is a die that I'm using for an upcoming class that I'm doing. And then same with the paper. That's why I got this paper right away, but I'll show you. The rest of the paper I will be ordering and getting. Look at how cute this is. And again, you're gonna have a punch that's gonna go really well. If you get this Twinkle Twinkle bundle, you're gonna have a punch that is going to go really well with this, because this, I mean, think about like Halloween night stamps, cards that have like the moon and the stars. It's gonna be great for the holidays. Like, it's a great punch to have. So there's that. I love these hats. See, there's the moon with the stars already. So my nails match, see? So the hats I love. On the other side are these really cute frogs. Kayla did not think they were cute. She did not like that when we were looking through these. Here is just some polka dots, which would be great for fall. Like this is one of the pieces I'm going to be using with this fall leaves. And then there's this piece, which you could cut into strips. And then the spiders, I love that. These, you guys know, are probably my favorite. What I think would be really pretty with this is to take your Wink of Stella and add it to the pumpkins. One of my favorite things to color are pumpkins. I feel like they're really easy to know like how to shade, and they're easy to color, and that's how I learned actually with when I was trying to learn how to use Copics or how to do shading. I would color pumpkins. So I think that this would be really pretty just to add some glimmer. I don't know if you guys can see that because I can't see my phone. It's really pretty. I'm hoping you guys can see it. They do look like Budweiser frogs. That's funny. Then there's brooms, which I don't really love this. So that's great because I really love the pumpkins and we'll probably use the pumpkins a ton. So that's great. Then there is this purple right here, the purple stripes. And then the ghosts have a little bit of a purple tint, which again would be really great to use your Wink of Stella on these ghosts. I think they're super cute. Again, I don't know if you can really see that on my phone. And then there's these little witches, which are cute. And then this, I really love this with the silhouettes of the cat. Perfect. So that is one of the sets of paper. So the paper share will be $30. That includes shipping to you. So Chris, yours will be a little bit cheaper because I don't have to charge you shipping. I'll just, you know, you can pick up your paper. So yours will be a little bit cheaper. But for shipping, it's $30 and you will get 7 sets of designer paper. There are 7 new sets in the holiday catalog. And I will have more information on that. I'll have a blog post, but I'm just giving you guys a heads up for who, you know, you're watching this, that my shares are filling up fast. I was shocked to get emails already at the beginning of the month asking if I was going to do it. So it's the first time that's happened to me where people are requesting to get on the list before I've even talked about it. So anyways, you guys, I hope you enjoyed seeing this card. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and watching as we created this and your suggestions. I'm going to attempt to look for that stamp that I lost. And I think this is a great set, you guys. This is my featured set for this week. I will be doing the layout that you guys saw. You'll see that on Friday. And tomorrow I have new giveaways coming out. So I'll have a video up for that. So thank you guys so much. And I will talk with you guys later. I'll see you guys later this week.